These gold manenos, they just won't go away. And there's some very worrying trends linked to it that I want us to cover in this video. In fact, the long and short of it, if I can just put it in one sentence, is that things are elephant. But let us start with a breakdown of recent developments before we go into the analysis. 3 days ago, Raila Odinga broke his silence over this issue while in Kisii at the burial of a Dr. David Ombati. The late Ombati was a doctor to Raila's dad, one of the founding fathers of the nation, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And what Raila had to say left very many Kenyans speechless. Raila called himself a whistleblower over the gold scam manenos. What? If I can speak for a moment like our Nigerian brothers, the question is, how now? How? How was he a whistleblower? Now, with all due respect to the former Prime Minister, his definition of the word whistleblower in this case is definitely not correct. In Kiswahili, mimi ndo nitoboe maneno, ama mimi ndo niliexpose hii maneno. I believe that would be the correct translation into our local Kenyan language. And then, Raila went ahead in Kisii to make threats of unspecified legal action against those who generate fake audios. Of course, he was referring to the audio that has gone viral, of Moses Wetangula, the senator for Bungoma, speaking about the gold scam, to the nephew of the ruler of Dubai, Bwana Ali Zandi, where he mentioned the name of Raila, mentioned the name of the president, and mentioned the name of Fred Matiang'i, the CS internal in Kenya. Now, the world over, in politics and in matters like this, when people start making threats, that is a major red flag. A major red flag for what? That there is a cover-up loading. That's really what it is. Something else Raila said in Kisii, he strongly defended the internal CS, Fred Matiang'i, and said that Bwana Matiang'i ni safi kama pamba. In other words, he is clean, over this gold scam. The sum total, of Raila's reaction to this gold scam was that it was very disturbing, at least in my view. It would have been much better if he had retained his silence over the issue. At least if I was one of his political advisors, that is what I'd have recommended. Now, the response of the DP Ruto camp, predictably, was to call for justice concerning the gold scam. They called on full investigations, and those responsible to be arrested. And of course, Deputy President William Samoei Ruto used the opportunity to fire barbs at his political enemy, Raila Odinga, while calling for the name of the president to be completely left out of these gold manenos. But I found it super fascinating on Saturday when the deputy president steered clear of the gold manenos. He didn't say anything about it. I sat up and paid very close attention. That kind of development usually means that somebody is about to change tact, or change their view or their direction concerning a matter. But it was also puzzling, because his lieutenants, kept on pushing, these gold manenos, and in their speeches during meetings of the famed Tanga Tanga gang. Anyway, I was very shocked yesterday when the DP returned to commenting about the gold manenos. And what he had to say, the deputy president said, in fact he predicted, that this gold scam would strain our diplomatic relationship with Dubai, and indeed with the entire United Arab Emirates. Yeah, you know, Dubai is part of the Emirates. Yeah. Indeed, a very influential component of the entire United Arab Emirates. Yeah, when they make decisions, normally the rest of the Emirates follow suit. Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, etc., etc. The deputy president said, yeah, that this scandal has the potential of harming, yeah, our business and job opportunities for Kenyans in Dubai. Now. You know, this has been the real fear, yeah, of those Kenyans working in Dubai. In fact, some of them began predicting precisely this long before the deputy president made his statement yesterday. And then one of the closest allies to the deputy president, Kimani Ichung'wah, yeah, the man who calls himself deputy to deputy, what is implying is that he's number 2 to Deputy President William Samoei Ruto in rankings. Hopefully right into the next administration in 2022. Yeah, that's what it really means. Bwana Ichung'wah said that actually suspects of the Dubai scam traveled with Raila in the same aircraft to Dubai. Yeah. So as usual, the politicians are ahead of everybody else. They know exactly and precisely what's going on. They can name names, yeah, very big heavyweights in Kenya politically, linked to these gold manenos. And Bwana Ichung'wah made a prediction of his own, that very soon, this gold scam will become clearer to Kenyans. Yeah, and it will become very clear to Kenyans exactly who is involved. Now, before we proceed with the analysis, there's something I'd like to make very clear. Yeah, I'd like to make my position crystal clear. I have received very angry emails, yeah, asking me, Chris, how can you put Raila and Ruto on the same level? Raila is not corrupt. Raila ni safi kama pamba. He's clean. Raila has fought for Kenya. How can you compare him to people who have done nothing for the country? Yeah, except steal from it. Now, although I've got nothing but respect for the former Prime Minister, for what he has done for a better Kenya, yeah, which nobody can argue with, and I have said the same on this channel severally, until some people have become very sure that I'm a Raila sycophant. Despite all that, we need to speak the truth as it is. All politicians are corrupt. And Raila is not safi kama pamba. Yeah, and I'm not saying that from the blue. I have information that can prove that to you. Yeah, but let's not go there today. But you need to remember, I didn't start covering politics in Kenya yesterday or last year. Number 2, the definition of a madman is somebody who does the same thing, yeah, over and over again, expecting different results. We as Kenyans have been electing these leaders over and over again, yeah, along tribal lines, along our favorite horses, if I can call them that, along our favored candidates for the presidency and other political posts. And currently as Kenyans, we are paying a very heavy price, extremely heavy, yeah, for that mistake we've made in the past. Right up to the recently concluded 2017 general elections. Bottom line, it should be very clear to Kenyans that the only way forward is to get rid of the entire political class, including that candidate who gives you goose pimples, yeah, because he's from your tribe. Yeah, we get rid of the entire lot and elect fresh, new crop of leaders. And that is why I really feel pity for those Kenyans who still imagine Raila Odinga as president of Kenya, yeah, or who still imagine Deputy President William Samoei Ruto as president of Kenya. Those Kenyans have lost the plot. Those Kenyans are mad because they want to keep on doing the same things and they're expecting different results. That doesn't make sense. In fact, let me put this matter even more bluntly. If Kenyans in the next elections, whenever they'll be held, continue to do the same. Elect leaders along tribal lines. Vouch for presidential candidates, based on their personal feelings, especially tribal feelings. Then Kenya is done. We're done. We're finished. Because the damage which the political class has done to the country at the moment is too much. We cannot be able to sustain this kind of stealing of public funds into the next administration. No way. As we speak, the government is very aggressively spending billions, registering people into the Huduma number. At a time when many Kenyans, in different parts of the country, are starving. But the same government is very eager to tell us nobody has died. Meaning that people can starve as long as nobody dies. Actually, people die, and the deaths are hidden. As long as people are not dying, we're okay. There's no problem. This government since 2013 has destroyed business in Kenya through policies that are either not thought through or maybe deliberately passed to benefit a few, people in the political class, or policies which have been passed by people who have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And there are many examples. I'll just give you the latest, where the government is planning to ban importation of second-hand spare parts for vehicles. Now, in whatever corner of Kenya you're living in, or even if you're living in the diaspora abroad, you come from somewhere in Kenya, you definitely know people who deal with the second-hand spare parts for vehicles. Where are all those people going? How many jobs will be lost by that single policy? If this thing was not so serious, it's laughable. Because the government has been doing things since 2013, and then now they're wondering why our economy is in trouble. They're wondering what happened, what has happened to our economy, that now it is in the ICU, the intensive care unit. Very funny, because it is a direct result of their policies. You say you want to promote the creation of jobs in Kenya, and yet you're busy frustrating businesses. So where will the job opportunities come from? Where? Anyway, let me not get carried away. I speak to Kenyans every day, and I know the pain most Kenyans are feeling currently. So in this kind of environment, you keep on having your tribal feelings. You keep on vouching for your tribal leaders. And I can guarantee you one thing. There'll be no Kenya left very soon. And that's not an exaggeration. That's not a joke. It is the reality we're facing as Kenyans. So I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you're worshipped. Even more than God Almighty himself. All politicians have to go home. If we have a fighting chance as a country, they must go home as soon as possible, like yesterday. We must get our country back. Otherwise, we are doomed. And that should be obvious. That's not news. That shouldn't be news to anybody. That should be rather obvious. And so from now on this channel, I will refer to staunch supporters of Raila Odinga, staunch supporters of DP William Ruto, as mad Kenyans. And I've shown you and I've told you exactly why they are mad. Because they want to keep on doing the same things, but they somehow expect different results. The front runners to the presidency in 2022 have all been in government. They have all been in very powerful positions in government. And they have not shown us anything, any evidence that they can actually bring about change. When you go to Kisii, and then you start defending sons of the Abagusi, isn't that being tribal? You're defending them because they're from Kisii. They're Safi Kama Pamba because they belong to Kisii. What that means to me is that deep in your heart, your thinking has not changed. You think tribally, and according to tribal cocoons. And you're looking for support, by grouping people in tribes. Something which the country desperately needs to get away from as quickly as possible. Anyway, back to the gold bananas. To summarize where we are with this gold scam at the moment in one single Kenyan word, the word is kimeumana. Things can only get worse. Because hate him or like him, whatever the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya says has to be taken seriously. And he says, he's predicting that this thing is going to strain diplomatic relations with Dubai. In other words, very soon we should expect Kenyans working in Dubai to make their way back home, and join the long list of Kenyans who are jobless. And the most painful thing about this whole saga is that the reason is not because of somebody did something for the good of Kenyans. No. It's because somebody was trying to do something for the good of a few individuals, to enrich a few powerful individuals who are already rich anyway. That to me is more than a tragedy. Much more than a tragedy. The audio in question, the leaked audio, which Raila claims is a forgery, and legal action will be taken against those who forge such audios, he said, is in fact authentic. And there are a million reasons why it is very clear and obvious that it's authentic. Had it been fake, Dubai would have been very quick to come out and say that it was fake. Had it been fake, Moses Wetangula's reaction would have been very different from the reaction we got from him. Let me just remind you. Through his spokesperson, the Bungoma senator, who's a lawyer by profession, did not come out and deny or distance himself from the audio. Instead, what did he do? He said even he had lost money in the deal. And then there's also the fact that it's obvious that this audio was leaked by Dubai, which clearly tells you that Dubai are not happy. They are very angry at Kenya. So angry that the particular audio tape they leaked, because I'm sure they have many, was the one that mentions the biggest names in Kenya today. Now, there's one thing you can be very clear about. If this was a scandal, which involved just Kenyans, then you'd be sure the truth would never come out. But since this particular scandal involves a foreign nation, and to make matters worse, this foreign nation at the moment is livid, very angry towards Kenya, then you can be sure the whole truth about this gold scam will come out very soon. And I can also guarantee you that that truth is going to be extremely ugly, very ugly. Take the worst thing you can think about, then multiply it by 10. I assure you. Already, this gold manenos has completely changed the trajectory of Kenyan politics. It has suddenly made the DP Ruto camp look like Safi kama pamba. The pressure has been very dramatically taken away from the deputy president. Because anybody who wants to say that the deputy president is the most corrupt in the country is quickly reminded about the gold manenos. And then how do you respond to that? You just keep quiet. Now, I've heard arguments, and I'm sure you've heard those arguments, that actually it is better to steal from foreigners, like the Dubai government, than to steal from ordinary Kenyans. However, the truth is, all thieves are just thieves. It doesn't matter who you steal from. You are dishonest. And how do we elect you as a leader when you're dishonest? When you steal, it doesn't matter who you stole from. Because I can assure you, the thief who steals from a foreigner today, given the opportunity, given the chance, will steal from Kenyans. God help Kenya. God Almighty, have mercy and help Kenya. Otherwise, will the last person leaving Kenya please remember to switch off the lights? Until next time, this is Chris. Kumekucha.